Business coaches say you have to spend money to make money, but is it true? Stay tuned and you'll see what I think about that. Guys, it sucks feeling like you have to put so much money out there to be successful. It's like, oh, I need to get some branding so I don't look like a schmucko. And now I need a website so I have a place for people to go. And now I need a funnel because apparently that's the new thing. Oh, wait, now I have to pay for ads because the funnel doesn't work without ads? That would have been useful to know yesterday, right? Like, it can be very frustrating to put out all this money with just a hope and a prayer that it's going to come back. And then when it doesn't come back, ooh, that really stings. I have problems. So here's what I'm going to share with you in this video. I'm going to share, first of all, my story of how I bootstrapped my business and launched my business that did 6 figures the first year and quadrupled the second without having money to invest in, and what that journey was like. I am going to also share with you what you should invest in, what you should not invest in as you're getting your business up and running. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to scale and grow your business when you need cash but you don't necessarily have it. We're going to talk about where to find it. So do you have to spend money to make money? Business coaches talk a lot of so what the do I think about this?
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
It's true. False.
This is a Michael moment.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
It's not true, but it's not false either, right? Like, you don't have to spend money to make money. When I got my first job, I wasn't like, hey, ice cream shop, can I pay you to let me come and scoop your ice cream for all your customers? Although I might have, because I really loved working there. I got samples and free ice cream every day. It was a thing of beauty. Simply the best. But that's not really the way that it works. So it's actually not true in that sense. However, you do have to understand that you are going to have to make investments into your business. I think the bigger issue is people not knowing what they need and what they don't need. And so you go in and you're like, well, I got to spend money to make money. I got to spend money to make money. And so you keep putting money out there, and it's not into the things that are going to bring you back quick cash.
Michael, are you having money problems? Monkey problems? No, I'm not having monkey problems.
When I launched Amy Walker Consulting, it was hands down the worst possible time and absolutely the perfect time to launch the company. I was 6 weeks away from having my 5th son. I was so pregnant and I had all these little ones at home. So I was about to have a newborn. I had an 18-month-old. I had a kindergartner. I had a 2nd grader. And I have a 5th grader. My husband was working nights and he was gone all day because he was doing school. I was married enough to be having another baby, but pretty much raising those babies on my own. It was a really challenging time. I was earning well at that point in time. I was working for another organization running their sales team, and I was earning 6 figures. However, what had come before that was like years of financial struggle. And so all of the, past medical bills and it was years of financial struggle. So everything that I was now earning in my 6-figure commissions was kind of going into backtracking and getting us caught up. So we had no nest egg. Even though I was leaving a good career, we had no nest egg, and it was incredibly scary. That's crazy. And so what I did was I figured out ways to be creative, to figure out really what do I need and let all of the other things wait. And then I figured out how to produce the money in order to be able to pay for those, what was worth going into debt over and what wasn't. So I'm going to share some of these things with you as we go through this video.
Oscar, I'm going to need to take another advance on my salary.
Okay, so tip number 1, you don't have to spend money to make money. We've already kind of covered that. But you will need to invest in order to open up opportunities for you to make more money. And you really need to understand your return on investment and how long it's going to take. That's one of the things that in the beginning, you need things that give you quick ROI. You don't need things that you're going to put money into now and it's 5 years from now it's going to be amazing. However, when you start to grow and you get ready to scale, you are going to actually need to invest into things that are not going to increase your income right away, but they're going to increase your company's ability to maintain that income. So things like salaries for people that aren't necessarily commission-based salespeople, right? Like they're going to cost you money right now, but overall they're going to allow the company to make more. So you just need to understand that balance between the two. So what should you invest in as a new business owner? You should be investing in your education, because you have to know how to lead this company and how to grow it. That's the first thing that I would invest in. The second thing is hiring help, but hiring in the right places. People who are going to allow you to make more money quickly. So that could look like a virtual assistant for you who allows you to have more sales calls. That could look like an appointment setter who schedules more sales calls. That could look like hiring a commission-based salesperson because you struggle to close and somebody needs to be closing. But you want to figure out what is the help that I need? Not like the dream team. You guys, this is not the 1992 USA basketball dream team that you're hiring. So that's not what we're putting together right now. What we're putting together is who do I need to help me so that I can go out and close more deals. All right. The next thing that we're going to look at putting money into is your system. So this is your CRM, this is your SaaS, this is your software, whatever system you need in order to be able to track effectively, market effectively, sell effectively. You are going to need to have that tool in place because it will keep you small if you don't have it. We are going to also invest into some very basic branding. This is not the phase to go out there and get the really amazing branding kit. This is the place to get the starter branding kit. So you are going to want to look professional. Very true, guys. It is better to have no logo than it is to have a logo that looks like you designed it, unless you're a graphic designer. Okay, so you do need basic branding, but this isn't the $35,000 branding kit. This is like the $3,000 to $5,000 branding. The other thing that you're going to want to have is a simple website. Again, not the 20K website, right? Like this is a simple website. It could be something that you build on Wix. It could be a landing page. It could be a very, very simple website. It just needs to look good and it needs to be effective at communicating your message. So things not to invest in at this stage: big branding kits, expensive websites. Oh, I already told all of these. Ads. Now I run ads. I do. But guess what I did first? I proved my sales process. Do not run ads until you've proven the sales process, or you can get excited about wasting money. PR. This is also not the time when you need PR because PR is not going to bring you sales and clients. So paying for that spot on TV, cool, you've been on TV, but guess what? You don't have any clients. Your phone's not ringing because you paid for that spot. So it's not the time for PR. Don't do it. And then anything that doesn't lead to sales. When you are bootstrapping your business, everything that you invest in, you need to be able to justify how that is going to bring you more sales. Part of this, little hint, is having the right puzzle pieces in place in order to make sure that you have a plan for how to take a brand new lead into a client. And I have a video on that, so watch it. And if you don't, I cannot be responsible for what may or may not happen in the future of your business.
It takes a big man to admit his mistake, and I am that big man.
All right, so how to find that money to invest when you really don't have the nest egg. I've got a few different strategies here for you. So number one, and this is really common, is using your personal credit. Now, I know people feel a lot of ways about using their personal credit. Some people are very anti. Some people are like, oh, I've used all of the personal credit. There's nothing left because I love using my personal credit. What I will say about this is I did use my personal credit in order to get my business up and started. And I have also used personal credit at times when I needed to grow. I do not use it like it's a free-for-all spending card, and I just use it when there's something that I know I can produce a quick ROI, and it's the easiest, fastest way to get funds. Because for most people, that is the easiest, fastest way to get funds. The others are going to be a little bit more challenging.
We do not need a new copier. We do not need new chairs.
Second one is to get a business loan. Now, the challenge with the business loan is usually when you're new, you can't get one because they want to see an established history. The best time to apply for a business loan is actually when you do not need a business loan, because then you have an established history, you have established cash flow, and you look good on paper. So that's a great time. So what I will say though is a lot of times when you go to apply for the business loan, even if you're not qualified yet, if you work with a credit union or a bank that actually has a small business department, they will work with you and advise you as your banker until the point where you can qualify for the business loan. So you'll get a lot of good education anyway.
I'm sure you're scared, probably in debt. That's the best offer you're gonna get.
I'll see your situation and I'll raise you a situation.
Okay, number 3, you can bring on investors. Again, I am a big believer in making sure that you bring on the right type of funding at the right time. And if you bring on investors too soon, you can actually lose your business because they will take hold and take charge of your business idea. So make sure it's the right investors at the right time. And you're definitely going to get a better deal if you've already been selling versus if it's just a concept. If there's nothing business built and it's just a business concept, you're not going to get as good of a deal as if you're like, hey, this is what I have, it's small, but it works, and I'm looking for investors to help it grow. That's gonna go a lot better.
How much can we afford to pay a delivery guy?
Well, if these numbers you gave me are correct,
They are correct, sir.
then you can't afford to pay him anything.
Grants. Grants. Is it work to get a grant? Yes. Is it like guaranteed that you're gonna get a grant? No, it is not. However, you can get grants. There are so many grants out there that are available. You need to be searching, you need to be looking, finding them, but there are ways to get that cash.
So, Phil recruited me to sell these cards, and now I am recruiting you.
Who is this guy again? Don't worry about Phil. He drives a Corvette. He is doing just fine.
The 5th tip that I have for you is to actually find incubators, business incubators in your area, because sometimes these business incubators come with angel investors. And what they'll do is they will provide you the loan because they know that you're in the incubator, you've been accepted into the program, which means they believe in your business, they believe in you, and they're going to give you the support in order to grow. So that's something that's pretty unique, but if you can find it, oh man, it's sweet.
The more people that get involved, the more people who are investing, the more money we're all going to make. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se.
And then the last one is truly what I did the most of, which is I front-loaded my sales in order to build my cash and pay for things as I went. And so what I did was I sold when it didn't look pretty. I sold when it wasn't perfect. I sold when I didn't have everything built, and yet it brought in cash, because if you are capable and you know your clients and you know what they need, you can start solving their problems right now. There are people that you can help even before everything else is ready. So you can just front load the cash if that's what works best for you. If you want to see more Bleep Business Coaches Say videos and kind of debunk some of those common thoughts out there, then go check out my video, 10 Steps for Successful Goal Setting. All right, my friends, that is it. You don't need money to make money, but you are going to have to invest money to grow your business. But you could go sell trash on the side of the road and try to make money, and that would be free. I don't know how successful it would be, but it would be free. You could go get a job at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or Costco. Did I nail it? Yes. And all of those places you can make money. You're not going to have to pay for it. So it's true, it's not true. But I so appreciate you being here with us today. If I can help support you in your business, I would love for you to take my Sales and Marketing GPS. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to answer the questions, but it's going to analyze your sales and marketing plan and help you map out the strategies that you need in order to successfully and consistently find your ideal clients. And if you're looking for a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, head on over to our private Facebook group, Acquire, where we can stay connected and ask questions. All right, everybody. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave because I know that you're going to go out there and get to work.